everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. Last night was the premiere of Zach Shallcross's season of The Bachelor, and this is a Bachelor recap, the guys review. That's right, let's get into it. I take notes, read them back to you, no edits, no jump cuts. I'm going to try to place in all my photo references all at once. Do me a favor, follow me on Instagram at DNeals for stand-up show updates. I've got 20 tickets left for my show with Katie Thurston, February 15th in San Diego. That's right, the day after Valentine's Day. Special giveaways. VIP is completely sold out, but there's 20 general admission tickets left. Link in the comment section if you want to join us for some stand-up comedy and a live Q&A. All right, let's jump right into it. Here we have Bachelor Zach. The driveway is wet. The ladies are happy to see Zach. Sean Lowe joins Zach. Very nice. They have to bring in the old guns there. Considered the best bachelor, even though Ari would tell you he's just as successful. Shut up, Ari. Nobody cares. Too bad the PPP loan couldn't buy you some personality. Shots fired. All right, the show did a live reaction of the women finding out the bachelor would be Zach. Clearly, their boos were dubbed into yays. They're like, oh, yay. Look, Zach, set the bar low, just like I did in my 20s, and you can't go wrong. You know what I mean? The show introduces Bailey in a bikini. Very nice way to start the show. Catherine, the nurse. Of course, we have a nurse shortage everyone's talking about out there. It's Bachelor season, so I hope you don't need your blood taken at a hospital because they're all at the mansion. So many to cover. Episode 1, as I always say, is a dumpster fire, trying to remember everyone, so bear with me. The first couple episodes, the first few group dates, we don't even say who got voted out, and we vote Survivor, whatever this is. It's a game of Survivor, really. All right, so we meet Brooklyn, the rodeo bull rider. This is fun. They had different professions when they introduced them. Now they've decided to go with rodeo bull rider. Usually a rodeo is successful if it lasts at least 8 seconds. Hopefully the fantasy suite goes a little longer. We'll have to see how it is. Brianna shows up with America's First Impression Rose, which makes her an instant target to the others, but so far she's crushing it out there. And the first batch of females arrives in the limo, charged up, cattle prodded with Cuervo, booming with Boone Farm choice wine, busting at the seams with bubbly. They're ready to go. Jesse tries to calm Zach's nerves down, right? Jesse's like, you won't do as bad as I did, and that's the best advice you could give. He's like, yeah, look, I bombed and I turned out okay, and the journey begins. So we meet Jess, 23 years young. She's my favorite of the night. Shimmering, covered in glitter, and she hugs Zach, so now he's covered in glitter. That's how the glitter game works. Glitter sort of expands like a virus. She knows what's up. Zach looks like a kid in a candy shop, or a 20-something man meeting 30 women. So if you've, either way, whether it's sugar in the candy shop or eye sugar, Zach's definitely has a high. Gabby arrives from Vermont, and that's Charity. Let's go. Where's Gabby? Oh, we lost her already. She's in there, and she brought him some maple syrup. Look, you gotta love the Vermonster here with the maple syrup. It's I think it's in the contract if you're from Vermont that you have to chug syrup. My buddy Miko, shout out to Miko from Vermont, chugged maple syrup in a talent contest. I believe he won and or got a sugar high. All right. Anyway, that's sugar's bad for you, but if it's from the trees, it must be good, right? It's like having a salad, essentially. You can have lettuce or maple syrup. Greer arrives with a New York coffee. Where did Greer go? We lost her. Greer's in there somewhere. All right. Greer arrives with a New York coffee. I don't think that's her. Where's the bagel? You're going to bring a New York coffee. You got to bring a bagel. You know what I mean? Maybe the New York Post. She says, be careful, it might be piping hot just like you. And there goes Zach's good breath. Now he smells like coffee and maple syrup. Madison arrives from North Dakota. We have Madison. Let's see how far she goes. Fargo. Let's see how far she goes. Not far enough. Our first 30-something arrives in Anastasia. We have her. And then Bailey arrives with a name tag. Where's Bailey? There she is. Bailey arrives with a name tag since he forgot her name at the live show. So Zach comes in and kisses her. This is the wildest moment I've seen in the limo exits ever. Do you guys remember a time when the lead went in for the smooch kiss on the intro? Now, of course, they met at the live show, so he had time to think about her, but still, quite the get if you ask me. Then Catherine arrives, and her specialty is dermatology. So she asked Zach to SPF her, which I didn't know if that was, something these like Gen Z kids say, like, can I SPF you? I was like, what does that mean? But it's just, sun protecting factor. All right, next, a trumpet introduces Vanessa from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She tosses out beads. Yeah, it's great. Beads for deeds, as they used to say. I don't know if that's considered problematic now, but either way, beads. How about beads for smiles? How about this? Beads if you hit the like button. All right, great introduction from Vanessa. Zach gets his ear licked without his consent, I tell you. She didn't consent to licking his ear. But of course, hey, what happens on the Bachelor court happens on the court. What am I supposed to do? All right, that's some night one kink, and I'm not going to shame the ear-licking community. You do you, boo. Pig arrives. No, not Jed. Pig's here. See what I did? I made it about the guy, so it's less harmful. If I said a pig arrived, and then if I said, say, oh, but it's Victoria, then that would be bad, right? But I said Jed, so we all laughed, right? All right, you see what I did? That's called progress. All right, we have a pig farmer, a Mercedes. She's from Iowa. Very nice. All right. She brought the bacon. Is the bacon cooked? Not yet. There it is. No, don't. I mean, look, this is the dilemma with pigs, right? Objectively speaking, bacon is very good. Now, if you've ever met a pig, they're adorable and they shouldn't be eaten. But what are you going to do? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to lose a vegan out there. All right. Then we have the party bus arrives. It's Christina Mandrell. There she is in the party bus. Daughter of a singer I've never heard. Oh, she's the daughter of the Mandrell sisters. Oh, cool. Whatever. She says she's coming from a bachelorette party. Fun. She's in the party bus. I actually, on my live stream last night after the show, we looked at party buses. You can buy them for like $40,000. I was like, maybe I should buy a party bus and just do recaps all across the country. Is that kind of weird? Would you all enter my party bus? I feel like it's a little creepy, like the weird guy that sells ice cream. We always had that guy as a kid. All right. Anyway, Zach toasts to the women. And immediately the pulling for attention begins. He's like, "Well, nice to meet all of you." And then immediately they're like, "All right, now let's get out here and try to fight for the man." So Zach enters the party bus with Christina and they smooch. Can he handle the Mandrell? A bunch of women now join the party bus. They crash the date. Madison leads the crew. And of course, hey, look, don't bring a party bus and not expect a party. What are you going to do? I love that they've rented out the Bachelor mansion, but instead he's partying in this shady little tinted window bus, chugging champagne. Hey, it just goes to show that fun can be had anywhere. They play the how many meatballs can you fit in your mouth game. That's always fun, right? How many meatballs can you fit in your mouth? And then somewhere meatballs at home going, hey, they should have invited me. I was the meatball guy. Well, look, it just goes to show the meatball guy can be replaced. Is eating meatballs an aphrodisiac? I mean, for me it would be. His breath now smells like coffee, maple syrup, and meatballs. Zach asks Greer if he may kiss her. Very nice, very unproblematic, very consensual. They do the smooch session. The other women all start watching. They're like having a conversation. Well, I feel like Biden will do okay, but the debt ceiling shouldn't be. Are they kissing? Are they making out? They kind of one of those things. The other women watch. It's getting real, folks. Pretending to have a convo while watching your man kiss another lady. Well, I feel like the Bengals have a chance. Are they still doing it? Are they still making out? I feel like it's been a while. All right, welcome to the show, ladies. That's how it works. North Dakota got a hug from Zach. We have North Dakota there. That's not going to win it. Hugs don't win, folks. No offense to North Dakota, but can you go from Austin, Texas to Mount Rushmore? I don't know how that works. Has anyone ever moved from Texas to North Dakota? I feel like you start in North Dakota and then work south. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know, people. I don't want to offend any of our Dakotians. The Dakotas. I don't know if that's a path he's willing to take. She says, I'll fight for the chance to talk to Zach again. Okie dokie. She's about to be the pushy woman that producers encourage to sabotage dates. And of course, and then as I'm typing this and watching it go, oh, there it is. We got her. Bingo. She calls her kiss subpar, a peck. Zach says he wasn't feeling it. Here come the tears. She says, I want to be wanted. I want you to want me. It's like, we get it, but he can't want everybody. Zach asks Charity if he can kiss her. Okay, so then Zach goes to kiss Charity here. And that's the kind of consent that Zach is all about. Zach now knows which charity he wants to endorse, if you know what I mean. No tax write-off while kissing this charity. But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, if you ask your accountant, would this count as a write-off, as a work expense? So he's kissing Charity, deducting from the old charity, and enjoying some charity. And is that enough charity jokes for the night? Probably. All right. Zach chats chats with the giddy, sparkly pink dress Jess. There they are. See, here's why I liked her. She kind of came in like sort of nervous. She wasn't trying to like pretend like she wasn't nervous. She shared that glow with us. Maybe it's just the body shimmer. Yeah, I wish guys could get away with wearing body shimmer. I would love to put a little bit up there and just, catch some attention. She's a first ballot Bachelor in Paradise member if Zach and her don't work out. That's what I think. Is she young? Yes, she's 23, but Zach's 26. So, I don't think it's too far off. Do I think she's ready for marriage? No, I think she's ready to go to Limited 2 and hang out with I think she's ready to get some, to go to Brandy Melville and try on a couple, sweaters. Just random references I've picked up. All right, so Zach grabs the rose, and then a billion people awkwardly watch. He pulls Greer aside to chat. Meanwhile, North Dakota slowly walks away. Will she crash his first impression convo? That's always funny. He's like, you're my first impression, and then she crashes, and he's like, and you're my last impression. Here's an impression of you walking away. Greer accepts his rose. They kiss. The Greer factor. Greer and loathing in Los Angeles. And now North Dakota is bawling. The night one look nobody wants, but it happens. Hey, some people cry. It's what goes down. Jesse has arrived to announce the cocktail party has ended. Then North Dakota interrupts Zach. She says, I want to make sure you want me on this journey. And it's like, he just met you. Zach is too polite. He says he thanks her for being there. Well, that's not what the women wanted to hear. She was like, I'll take anything but you thanking me for arriving. He says he doesn't want to lie, but his heart wasn't feeling it. I like that he says the heart wasn't feeling it. It's kind of passive. He's like, look, I wanted to like you, but this old heart in here was like, it ain't going to happen, dog. I really wanted to love you, but my heart was like, get her out of here. All right. At least it isn't the empty party van. She can go in there to the party van. She just walks down the street. They just catch her walking away. They literally held on the shot for like 30 seconds. I was like, is she going to go get a taco from the taco stand? What's she doing? I was like, you don't want to walk down that street. This is Calabasas, folks. This isn't Los Angeles. This is like an hour west of LA. There's nothing but coyotes and snakes out there. So then a random van picks her up and I'm like, all right, well, at least it wasn't a party van. How sad would it be to be escorted home in the party van? She's just sitting in there crying and it's like, boom, boom, boom. I want you in this room. Let's spend the night together from now on to forever. Venga Boys, anyone out there? All right. By the way, I used to drive Uber, as some of you guys know. Shout out to Uber and Lyft. And I remember during SantaCon, which is a parade of everyone dressed up as Santa-themed things. It's like a booze event. I remember it was late at night, maybe 1 a.m., and I got a request to pick someone up in downtown Santa Monica. And it was a beautiful young lady, looked like Jess, and she was dressed as an elf. She had the pointy ears and the elf costume and the whole thing. And I drive her home. She clearly got dumped that night or it didn't go well. And she started crying to herself, and she was like, and I look back, and I had a Santa's hat on, and I just see this sad elf, and it was the saddest moment I think I've ever had in my life. And I was like, it's going to be okay. And I wonder how she's doing these days. Maybe she's on the show. Who knows? Maybe it was Jess. If you're out there, sad elf, let me know. All right, so Zach says he's taking this very seriously. He says he didn't get the honesty and clarity he needed from Rachel. Boom, roasted. Let's see if Rachel responds to that. Any surprises? Easier to say who didn't get a roast than to say who did. The ear lick from Lekka didn't do it. Lekka or Lika? She seems sweet. Maybe we'll see her on Bachelor in Paradise. But it's a no from Holland. She went Dutch, as they say. Want to know my grade for Zach? I will tell you my grade for Zach on Bachelor Rush Hour, the podcast. That's right. I'm going to give you a bonus. If you enjoy what I do here, my 15-minute long YouTube videos, I do an extensive recap on the brand new podcast, Bachelor Rush Hour. Link in the comment section. Just type in Bachelor Rush Hour wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm going to tell you my rating of Zach, how I think he handled it, what the pros, the cons, and everything in between. And that'll be on today's afternoon podcast. It comes out for Rush Hour on the East Coast every day. Normally I have it up by 4 p.m. East Coast, and I compile all of my videos from the day. I splice up the audio. I put it into a digestible podcast with an original 10 to 15 minutes up front. So if you listen to all my videos, you can still go to the podcast and get some more content there every single day. Thousands of new people have joined, top 20 on entertainment news. So thank you guys for making that a hit in the off season. I expect it's going to double in numbers during the actual season here. More content coming your way. We got a story about Caitlin Bristow throwing shade on Chris Harrison, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of other things to talk about. At DNeals on Instagram to check out my stand-up comedy. I've got a show coming up in a few weeks in Hollywood. Plenty of other dates, San Diego, February 15th. And of course, for behind-the-scenes content, I'll be going live at 10 a.m. this morning, patreon.com/Dave Neal. All right, folks, we'll talk to you later. Happy Bachelor premiere recap. Bye now.